And when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man kneeling down to him, and saying, Lord, have mercy on my son, for he is lunatic and sore vexed. For oft times he falleth into the fire, and oft into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him. Then Jesus answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you? How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And rebuked the devil, and he departed out of him, and the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples to depart, and said, Why could not we cast him out? And said unto them, Because of your unbelief. For verily I say unto you, if ye have faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye shall say unto this mountain, Remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you. Albeit this kind goeth not out, but by prayer and fasting.
Our power lies in the spiritual, not in the carnal. As it is written, the carnal mind is enmity with the Heavenly Father. Part of being spiritual or thinking spiritual is knowing that eventually we're going to get spiritual power. That's part of being spiritual. And the scriptures support it, man. It's not a fantasy, it's reality. Eventually the Lord, Yahweh Shemiah Shai, will give his men spiritual power. And I have the scriptures here to prove it.
And he went forth and saw a great multitude, and was moved with compassion toward them, and he healed their sick. And when it was evening, his disciples came to him, saying, This is a desert place, and the time is now past. Send the multitude away, that they may go into the villages, and buy themselves victuals. But he said unto them, They need not depart. Give ye them to eat. And they said unto him, We have here but 5 loaves and 2 fishes. He said, Bring them hither to me. And he commanded the multitude to sit down on the grass, and took the 5 loaves and the 2 fishes, and looking up to heaven, he blessed and brake, and gave the loaves to his disciples, and the disciples to the multitude. And they did all eat, and were filled, and they took up of the fragments that remained 12 baskets full. And they that had eaten were about 5,000 men, beside women and children. And straightway constrained his disciples to get into a ship, and to go before him unto the other side, while he sent the multitudes away. And when he had sent the multitudes away, he went up into a mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the 4th watch of the night went unto them, walking on the sea. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit, and they cried out for fear. But straightway spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. And when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to the But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately stretched forth his hand, and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore didst thou doubt? And when they were come into the ship, the wind ceased. And they that were in the ship came, and worshipped him, saying, Of a truth, thou art the Son of God.
Our power lies in the spiritual, not in the carnal. As it is written, the carnal mind is enmity with the Heavenly Father. Part of being spiritual or thinking spiritual is knowing that eventually we're going to get spiritual power. That's part of being spiritual. And the scriptures support it, man. It's not a fantasy, it's reality. Eventually the Lord, Yahweh Shemiah Shai, will give his men spiritual power. And I have the scriptures here to prove it. Now, I'm talking some serious power, a power that's way beyond the power of the so-called gun. Now, is a gun powerful? Yeah, if you know how to use it. A gun can be powerful in the right hands. A gun can be immensely powerful, but there's a power much greater than a gun. That is the message of this video.